Well, up in the ring, we see Mr. James J. Dillon and two of his Japanese cohorts as they unfurl a flag in the center of the ring. And Dillon here is going through a ceremony with Mr. Hito and Mr. Sakurada. Sakurada has just won a match in this ring, and there is Mr. Hito, who will wrestle in this event. But here is Boyd Pierce. Let's let
15-minute time limit as J.J. Dillon presents 225 pounds from Japan, Mr. Hito. And across the ring from Vancouver, British Columbia and Houston, Texas, Nick Kozak. Your referee, Danny McShane.
So Nick Kozak at this moment tests Mr. Hito. And this match is one fall, 15 minutes or less. And James J. Dillon stands there with the flag of his Japanese wrestlers, and we have a cloud of salt in the ring. And these two gentlemen are not too long from Japan, and we've got James Dillon bowing obsequiously, and we've got more ceremony going on. This, of course, is much in evidence in sumo wrestling and not as much in the wrestling of the catch-as-catch-can style. That traditional move of the sumo wrestler that stomps down into the canvas, and the movement of the arms, that all-encompassing move. And Mr. Hito has completed his gesture. Well, I thought he had completed it. Hito and Sakurada and Dillon exchange a few more bows, but Hito stays in the corner, and we are ready now for the beginning of this one fall 15-minute battle. And we have now the calling for the bell, but it looks like Nick Kozak is ready. I guess he's got a ceremony all his own. Nick just pointed to the American flag at the end of the building and gave a salute, and he got a roar of approval from these fans, and Mr. Hito is in trouble. James J. Dillon making his way around that ring and commiserating with Hito, trying to explain it to him. Well, I want to tell you, if he doesn't know some Japanese, I commiserate with Mr. Dillon, because telling Hito anything in English is like trying to listen to him say something in English. It's almost an impossibility. The takedown, and Nick Kozak comes out nicely with Hito following him and catching one. Oh, he caught a beauty right between the eyes. Kozak always in superb condition and always ready and willing to get in there and let it fly. Nick moves in with a good protective, Nick moves in with a good protective stance. He kept that left side of his totally protected as he moved in, and did a good job of it too. Side headlock for Nick Kozak, and he puts the big squeeze on Mr. Hito. Got a lot of youngsters celebrating birthdays here in this huge crowd at the Sam Houston Coliseum. Brian Cebulski. Brian is 5 years of age. Mark Williams is celebrating. He's 8 years of age. Renee Victoria is 12. And Renee is celebrating at the Houston Coliseum tonight. And John Hughes, 10 years of age. James Higginbotham has come from Galveston, and he's here with his sister to celebrate his 14th birthday. We've got Paul Adam Callier. He's 2 years of age, and Anna is 4 years of age, and they're both celebrating here tonight. And Lupe Salinas is celebrating her 12th birthday here tonight, and we wish them all a very, very happy birthday. We appreciate the fact that lots of youngsters pick Houston Wrestling as the place where they would like to celebrate their birthday. Leg breaker for Mr. Hito, and there is a type of toe hold that he employs for several reasons. As he keeps the feet close together, he's able to press outward on those knees. That gives him the space to put the pressure, and Kozak is right now in a bad spot. Now watch as those knees come down, he drives them into the legs themselves, and they snap up. A tough thing to take. Nick Kozak caught in a figure 4 leg lock as he tries to fight off Mr. Hito. Now he has put the foot into his crotch, and he's pulling up at the knee. He's got his forearm underneath Nick's knee, and he's got a lot of pressure coming against the knee and the ankle itself. And Hito is demonstrating an uncommon knowledge of American-style wrestling. But of course, American-style wrestling is one of Japan's favorite sports. And Nick tries to get into position to, well, I thought he was going to try to headbutt him, but Nick doesn't generally do that. But he was trying maybe to stay up close to him, but that didn't work very long either. So it's Kozak caught in a leg lock, and Mr. Hito leaning in there to apply the pressure. 5 minutes have gone by. 10 minutes remain in this match as Nick Kozak is successful with a reverse face lock. He's got his forearm across the jaw of Mr. Hito, and he's pouring the pressure to him, as you can see. And Nick now a little bit lame for the process, but he likes to work the kinks out, and he knows how to do it. He's got the circulation working again, and that'll be a big help to him. Hito's smart, following up, same hold. And he comes down to lay it in to Nick Kozak. Nick's in trouble. When Hito was able to follow up on that hold and this one, this is the same hold he had just a while ago, he is able to put the pressure on Nick Kozak. He's the guy who has got to make the move. Hito's the boss right now, and Nick knows it, but he knows he can't make a bad move or he could break his own leg. Fans now trying to encourage Nick Kozak. Listen to them now as they roar their approval. And there is a good move by Nick Kozak. Now you're looking at two rings here at the Sam Houston Coliseum tonight if you've just tuned in. We have a two-ring battle royal to start the year of 1980. And we alternate rings for the matches. There is a driving lift, and Nick Kozak in behind, reverse chin lock, and a good one. He catches him right around the whiskers, and it's not a chokehold. The Japanese is claiming a chokehold. He is not right. It is a reverse chin lock, and the Oriental chin is right in the crook of the elbow. And here is a twisting headlock. He puts the pressure down with the right hand. He pulls up with that left hand. He gets the neck bent, and oh, how that can smart. So Nick now has as good a hold on the head of Hito as Hito had on Nick's legs just a while ago. And there was a Japanese word, choke, choke, choke. It can't be a choke when the chin is in the crook of the arm. That leaves the man on whom the hold is held the room to breathe. Crotch, backbreaker, Kozak on top. There's Dillon having a tizzy on the outside. And again, Nick comes in with that chin lock. Close to the ropes. But Nick is tantalizing Hito by making it just about impossible for him to grab the rope. So Hito made it. Dillon decided that moving was the better part of valor and quickly changed his position when he saw the fire in Nick's eye. Kozak, reverse chin lock. And this hold will be broken. No, Danny McShane brought the leg in after Dillon had gone through the managerial process of pulling the leg out to the outside of the ring. Kozak, side headlock, and hit with that shoulder well, and he knows how to do it. Oh, he came down with a chop that time that was doubled in force by the on-rushing Nick Kozak. And again, as he comes over there, he drives that edge of the hand in there, and you can tell that he is not worried about hurting his hand. A slam into the ropes, a hard slam. Ten minutes have gone by. 5 minutes remain here as Kozak is receiving an inordinate amount of head punishment, and this is hard to assess. It takes that away that will to fight, but in Nick Kozak, it could be sharpening it. Solid landing. And Nick is giving as good as he's catching right now, but he has caught some for which he was unable to retaliate, but this might do something about it. On top, Nick Kozak. There's one. There were just about two, but just about two doesn't constitute a victory. And Hito comes off with a slashing blow. And the crowd here is screaming for Nick Kozak to do it. He tried, but he missed. He had an idea that time to chop Nick's head off. And Kozak into the ropes. And oh man, he drove that in there, and I'm not so sure he didn't drive in with the tips of those fingers. There goes the bell. Nick Kozak has lost.
11 minutes, 33 seconds, Mr. Hito.
Mr. Hito takes the win. Tough customer. Next Friday night, he and Sakaruda will meet Jose Lothario and Tiger Conway for the U.S. American Tag Team title. It ought to be a sensational battle, and it will.